What is going on, guys? All right, so today I want to jump straight into the topic of discussion, which is building habits. Building habits is a foundation of who you are as a person. About 48%, and this is statistics I have researched, 48% of our lives are on autopilot. It's like when you're going to work, you just leave your house and then all of a sudden you're at work, right? If you are somebody who prays, it is in the morning, you go for a shower, you come out, you change, you pray, and then you leave. Like this, we are on autopilot. As human beings, we build these habits and we go into autopilot, which is absolutely normal, and that's the way that we are made. However, once we get into our 30s or even 20s, it is quite hard to try to switch your habits. It's hard to change the way that you are doing things. And we end up picking up a lot of things, especially in our teenage years and adolescence, from people that become bad habits. It could be as small as, biting your nails or anything like that. These tiny little habits, they just become part of us and we go on autopilot. And every day we repeat the same thing again and again and again. And this kind of comes down to what we spoke about in terms of routine, right? You have to set a routine, you got to keep doing it so that you become on autopilot. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying life should be lived on autopilot once you set the habits that you want to set. What I'm saying is that even though we are on autopilot most of the time, when you are doing it with intention, it's different. When you are aware of what you are doing and you are doing the right things rather than the wrong things, being on autopilot is okay. If you are doing things that are not good for you and you are on autopilot, then you got to, reevaluate how it's going. A habit builds routine. So the aim for us is to basically take the bad habits and turn them into good habits, replace them with good habits, or start implementing good habits into our life to then make a routine. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I want you to think about within the next 6 months, who is the person that you want to be? So take a pen and paper. Who do you want to be in 6 months? We have a gift of time here to, we're with our families. We are not out getting influenced by a lot of things. And so we have a chance to really evaluate our company that we normally keep and just our lives in general, and think about the changes we want to make once life goes back to normal. Who you want to be in 6 months and what you're going to do towards the end of the challenge to be there. And this is all going to be related to your goals, right? Your house, your family, your bank account, like anything at all, your body, what are your body goals? All these things are all linked. Who do you want to be in 6 months? Or which direction do you want to be going in 6 months? Okay? So write that down. And the second question you need to ask yourself, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes here, is what habits 6 months from now would the person that you want to be have? And what habits that you currently have, this person you want to be won't have? So, simple terms, put down the things of habits you want to eliminate, and then write a list of new habits that you think you need in your life and you think you need to have in order to be the person you want to be in the next 6 months. Like I said before, you have a family, you have kids and everything, but you need to put yourself first. There could be certain habits you're like, oh, but I can't change that because of this routine or my kid or something. No. Put yourself first. A lot of mothers make a mistake of planning their day around their kids. It should be the other way around, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. You are your own priority. You got to meet your needs first. Only when you meet your needs will you be able to meet everybody else's needs. Sometimes we have to be selfish in order to make other people happy. It sounds weird, but it is what it is, right? Also, with having families, your kids learn from you. So they can pick up. Right now, children, they pick up from their parents, and you're around them so much more now than you used to be before. You want to make sure that you are setting an example for them, and you should be a little bit more aware of the things that you're doing and the habits that you do have, and start making these changes every single day. Your children learn from you, your children follow you, and your environment and their environment makes all the difference in the world. So You know, if you have certain body goals and you know you are somebody who likes to snack in the middle of the night, that is a bad habit. You need to change that habit. If you're snacking, that means you're keeping crap around the house, which means your kids have access to it, which means they will grow up doing the same thing. And you know, we're so like, I don't know if any of your families were like that, but a lot of families, my family's not, but a lot of families, they tend to put their kids down. You know, like if somebody is a little bit overweight, like, oh, you need to lose weight, but how did you get to that point? You were influenced by family in some way or the other. Maybe somebody made you feel insecure or something like that. So these habits have been picked up, these little things have been picked up and they've turned into habits, right? One way to start looking at how to change bad habits and implement good habits is by thinking of a reward system. So for example, if you're somebody who has a problem with chocolate, let's say you train for 4 days in a row, you're gonna reward yourself a piece of chocolate. And that's completely fine, just don't binge eat it. But your brain needs a reward. Our human minds need rewards. We need to look forward to things. We need to get something in return. For example, I'm doing a challenge that I train twice a day now. And what's my reward or what's my loss? If I don't, I gotta put money in the jar. If I do, the chances of me getting that money is higher. So that keeps me accountable and makes sure that I am training. And now it's become a habit. I'm not even thinking about how much money I've lost or how much money I've won. It's just like, okay, this time I train and this time I train. It's been 39 days now. So it's become a habit. And the timing is exactly the same. And that just ended up happening by coincidence because, again, we work on autopilot, right? So anyway, so think of the triggers. If you have a problem with eating crap, think of what the triggers are. And you want to keep triggers away from you. If you have a habit of drinking alcohol, what triggers you into doing that? If you have a habit of biting your nails, what triggers you into doing that? So think of the triggers and then make sure that when you see a trigger, you're alert and you are aware that, okay, yes, this is my trigger. So you need to write these things down because when you write something down, it sticks in your head more. Does it make sense? Then your reward. If you do XXX, if you do this as a habit, what will your reward be if you continue to do it for 4 days? If you continue to do it for 7 days? If you do it for 3 days? Whatever it is, what is the reward you're gonna give yourself when you do that? After that, we're gonna look into your environment. Does your environment support you building good habits? Does your environment support you building, breaking bad habits? Do you have a spouse who loves to eat junk food? That's not gonna help you, is it? So what is the solution to that? You know, you have to kind of figure out ways to make yourself happy, for you to actually stick to your goals, and also make sure that other people are doing the same thing with you, and if not the same thing, they're helping you. So having honest conversations with your families make a massive difference. Okay, so we can't choose our family obviously, but you can choose other things. So like right now we're doing this challenge, so everybody here has the same goal, correct? So whoever you spend time with influences you, and whoever you speak to influences you. As much as we decide that we don't get influenced by people, I'm my own person, I'm so strong, people influence us, okay? I have a friend, he drinks shit tons of coffee. Every time he makes himself a coffee, I make myself a coffee. I don't need a coffee. It's just so small, it makes such a big difference. So who you live with, who you spend your time with most, who you speak with most, will always affect you. Hence, I keep saying, guys, you know, speak on this group, talk on this group. This is just so, you know, if people in your household are not on the same page as you, we all are on the same page and we all have the same goal, losing weight and being the best version of ourselves as we can. So think about your environment, think about the changes you need to make in your environment to create the habits that you want to create. I would give you a task of writing 3 habits, like over the course of the next few months, 3 habits that you feel like you need to get rid of, and 3 habits that you think you need to put into your life. This could be a morning routine, this could be, you know, I don't know, even praying. This could be reading. This could be just anything. New things you need to add into your life, and old things you need to take out of your life. Who do you want to be in the next 6 months? What kind of habits will that person have? What kind of person is that going to be? You are a great person already, but we are on this journey of self-realization. We are on this journey to grow. So everything we should be doing now should be done with consciousness for ourselves in order to improve our lives, which in turn will improve the lives of our families, our children, and people around us. So that's it from me, guys. Hope you guys got something out of this. If you did, let me know. And it would be great if I could hear what habit you think you need to change.